Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. First, I'd like to wish everyone a happy 2025. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this is going to be our best year yet. I'm really happy to be back this year and I've got so many plans for the channel this year, so I'm so excited. And I hope this year brings you all joy, health and peace, and lots of joyful creative moments as well. So for my first video of the year, I chose to show you what I got for Black Friday. I didn't get much. I only got a few things, and I got a few more purchases that are Black Friday purchases, but as I hadn't shown you in previous videos what I bought, and I haven't swatched anything yet because I wanted to show them on video, here I am. So to begin with, I'll just put most of the things away so I can show you one by one what I purchased. I didn't get much. I was very restrained. I was like, no, you are not going to spend lots and lots of money just because it's Black Friday. But I did find some deals that I just couldn't, I couldn't say no to. One deal was this palette by Schminker. It is a watercolour palette. It is their retro watercolour palette with 6 retro colours. I love their enamel box. I really love this box. And I have plans for this box. But I also was very intrigued by the colours that are inside the box, obviously. This was half price. I think it was like something like, I don't remember exactly. It's been so long, but I remember it was half price. And I bought it from Jackson's. I looked on Jackson's yesterday to see if it's still there. I couldn't see it, so it must have sold out. So this is their retro palette. It says Horadam Patent Watercolours. It has 6 colours in the box. It has Cochineal Red, which is the original Carmine, and very poor light fast rating, but a historical colour, and I'm a nerd. I'm a pigment nerd, so this was very interesting to me. Cadmium Yellow Deep, Cobalt Blue Light, Cobalt Green Pure, Raw Umber and Sepia Brown Reddish. And this I will be swatching for you today. Comes with this lovely retro leaflet inside. So I plan for the box to become my core palette box. This comes out and I'm left with this palette where I can just put my colours in here. I love it. I just love it. I love that it has these wells here. I love that it has these bigger wells here, and I love the overall aesthetic of it. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to use that as my metal box for my core palette. Now, if you want to see me build my core palette, let me know, because that was one thing I was thinking about doing, like building my core palette for 2025 on video. If you want to see that, let me know, and I'll show you what colours I'll be adding to that. So let me close this up. So this was really exciting, very excited about this. Now the other big kind of purchase I did was this. And this was also, if I remember correctly, this was also half price on Jackson's. I didn't look to see if it's still there, but I saw it and I thought, this is just such a bargain. I am going to purchase it. I cannot resist. I can't resist a good bargain. I'm learning, okay? 2025, I'm going to try and be much more, hold my horses when it comes to bargains, because I see a bargain and I just can't, especially with like quality materials like this. This is Holbein's Artist Gouache. It's 12 colours. It is the traditional colours of Japan for summer. And it has, of course, 12 colours in it. It has a scarlet, orange, canola yellow, Taisha brown, spring green, evergreen, bamboo green, ultramarine, oriental blue, Edo violet, black and white. And I thought this would really be a good mixing palette because it has so many primary colours in it. It's got like this red, it's got this yellow, it's got this blues, and it's got the black, the white, it's got even a brown. It has loads of colours that lend to mixing. And I haven't used gouache in a while. It's been a while and I want to get into it again. And I thought, yeah, this would be a good starting palette. And the tubes are really nice and big. I think are they 15 ml? Yes, they are 15 ml. I thought this was just such a good bargain. Okay. So those were really my big kind of purchases. Oh, by the way, if you want to see me swatch this, I'll probably will be doing a swatching of this because I want to experience the swatching with you. So yeah, you'll probably be seeing this in the future. Now, a few other things I bought were, let's start with this Graph Gear 1000 Pentel mechanical pencil, which I purchased, I think, from Amazon. I don't remember if this was a Black Friday buy. I really don't. It possibly could, but my mechanical pencils were looking very tired and very old. And I thought, yes, I'm going to invest in a new one, and so far I'm really happy with it. I have a bee lead in it and I use it basically for drawing and yeah, pre-drawing before I do my ink drawings. Sometimes I go in instantly with ink, sometimes I don't. So this is good for when the times I don't just start drawing with my pen. The next thing I got was this, which is a dip pen holder me thingy. That is the technical term. And I got a few nibs as well. These are all for drawing, none for calligraphy, though I would love to begin doing some calligraphy. And let me see. Yeah, I got quite a few nibs, as you can see here. And I'll be trying this out with this ink. This isn't a new purchase, but it's a tried and tested ink that I use. It's the ink that I really like. It's called De Atramentis Document Ink Sepia Brown, and it's document ink, which means that it is waterproof, so I can actually draw first with my ink and then add watercolour on top, and it won't budge, which is very important for me. Okay, with that out the way, remove that, and I'm going to show you my final purchase, which is these three, actually four, but I did use this, so let's put that there. I have used that. So, and the Bleed Proof White by Dr. P.H. Martins, which I have never tried before and I thought I'd give a go. because I've heard and read many good things about it. And these 4 colours from Daniel Smith. One is Rituin Gold, Quinacridone Burnt Orange, Quinacridone Burnt Scarlet, and Lunar Blue. And these I will be swatching for you today as well. So I'll be swatching the Schminke palette and these 4 colours for you. So I'm back. I set everything out and I'm going to begin swatching. And I'm really excited because I've been waiting a very long time to swatch these colours. So I'm going to begin with the Horadam Retro set. And this is the Cadmium Yellow Deep. This has 2 colours in it. It has PY35 and PO20. It's a mix of cadmium orange and cadmium yellow. So I'm expecting it, I'm expecting it to be like very warm, a very warm yellow. I am not one that uses cadmiums. I appreciate them, but I really don't use them in my work. However, I am intrigued to see this colour. Let's do mass tone first. Oh, that is pretty. That's almost like an Indian yellow. I haven't done my circles in a while, so there's going to be a few wonky ones for sure. So I'm going to dilute this and see what it looks like diluted. Very pigmented, so even diluted, you can see it loses none of its saturation. And also cadmiums are opaque, so yeah. Let's see if there's any granulation there happening. We'll see in a bit when it dries. Now the next colour I am very, very excited about because it's Cochineal Red and it's the original Cochineal. And I know it's not for many artists. There are going to be artists that say that they would never use this. And I would never use this in an art piece that I would sell. But I would definitely use it for the joy of using it, as in my sketchbook. Let's see what it looks like. This is also going to come in handy when I begin doing some historical palettes, because that is on the menu, hopefully for 2025. Oh, this is really rich. I was expecting it to not be as kind of saturated and rich, but let's see. Whoa. Yeah. It is not very opaque. And there goes my first wonky circle. I'm out of practice. It isn't very opaque. Not opaque at all, I would say. And let me dilute that. Oh, it's really pretty. Why do colours like this have to have bad light fastness? It's so pretty, and to think that is 100% natural. That is really, really pretty. Okay, that is going to be a colour that will reside in my sketchbook and in like niche kind of created palettes. Next we have Cobalt Blue Light, which is PB28. See what this looks like. I'm really hoping for some nice, heavy granulation in this. So let's have a look at this cobalt. Looks so nice on the palette. Let me see. Oh, that is a beautiful hue. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. Yeah, I think that my soft spot for cobalts is coming through. So I really do enjoy a nice cobalt colour. Let's see if it granulates. That is beautiful. That is a spring sky. Lovely. I'm really hoping for that granulation to really be a bit dramatic. Let's see what happens though when it dries. So our next colour is also a cobalt. It is called Cobalt Green Pure, and its pigment number is PG19. Okay, this is quite opaque. Oh, it's very opaque. It's like a mid-green. A very opaque mid-green, and diluted. I'm expecting this to granulate as well. By the way, the paper that I'm using is the Bao Hong 100% cotton cold pressed watercolour paper in their own brand sketchbook. Yes, it's a mid-green. That would be a very convenient green for mixing, I think. Next we have raw umber. Let me see what this looks like. This is PY43, which is natural yellow oxide. It's very transparent. This is resting on the palette, and every time I do that, the palette goes up. Let's dilute that. That is a lovely raw umber. And the next colour is sepia brown reddish. Where, I've run out of space there, so I'm going to just add it over here. This is an interesting sepia because it has three colours in it. It has three pigments in it. PR242, which is disazo scarlet. It has PBR7, PBK9 being bone black. So it's a mixture of three colours. Oh, it's nice. Oh, that is really nice. I am wary of watercolours that have many colours to produce their colour. So this has like three pigments, but they might end up being muddy. But this is really nice. Oh, that is pretty. Yeah, it's a really nice sepia. I will learn to say it in 2025. I have faith. Okay, so that was the retro palette. So moving on, because we're going to move on to our other 4 colours, and then I'm going to colour my little birdie in, which I did here because there was a space and I didn't want to leave it. Now the first colour will be quinacridone burnt orange, and its pigment number is P048. I believe this to be it, yes. And as far as I could find on the internet, it looks like this pigment will be discontinued or is already discontinued, but it looks like Daniel Smith still carries it. So I'm stocking up. It is a beautiful quinacridone. There are a few quinacridones that have been discontinued, and it's just such a shame because they are a really lovely set of colours. Look at that, it's beautiful. It's flaming red gold colour. It is of course transparent as it is a quinacridone. It is yummy. I intend to buy a few more of these, as I shall also be buying the quinacridone burnt scarlet, which I think I mentioned in my last video. I think it was my last video, that it is or was discontinued, but Daniel Smith still has it available. It is a beautiful burnt sienna colour. I just love it. And I can use it, and I do use it, in burnt sienna's place. It doesn't have texture, but it has such a beautiful hue. Quinacridones have this really lovely characteristic of letting the colours just shine through, like it's like they're stained glass almost on the paper. It's beautiful. Beautiful colour. Okay, wonky circle. We're going to ignore that. Next we have rich green gold, which is another staple and one I never tire of. It has the pigment number PY129. And again, this is a transparent colour. Very useful in mixing greens and mixing other colours as well, but mostly greens. This shares the same quality as the other quinacridones. Well, it's not a quinacridone, but it does share that quality of transparency and almost being like stained glass, letting the light shine through. It's beautiful. My next colour is one that I swatched in my last video. It is quinacridone burnt scarlet, which is this colour. And this is also one that has been discontinued as far as I know, but it is still available at Daniel Smith's. And this is lovely as well. It is similar to the quinacridone burnt orange, but is much more redder. It's like the reddish version of the quinacridone burnt orange. Let's see what it looks like diluted. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And as you may have guessed, all these will be in my core palette because they're so beautiful. Okay, Lunar Blue is our final colour, and it is a mixture of PB15, which is a phthalo blue, and PBK11, which is Mars Black. It's a very granulating colour. See what this looks like. So lovely. It's a greyish blue. This was the colour that I chose to send as a dot sample to my patrons last month because I really love it. Let me see if I can add a bit more colour. So its granulation can be more visible. Oh my goodness, wonky wonky circle. Okay. You can see it separating the black from the blue. It's beautiful. It's a lovely colour. Okay, so those were the colours that I purchased, and I think that we have enough time for me to colour this little birdie in. So I'm back and we're going to colour in this little birdie here. And I thought about the colours that I was going to add to this little birdie, looking at all the colours I have over here. And I thought I would go with the quinacridone burnt scarlet, the cobalt blue light, the sepia and the rich green gold. So let's begin. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this scarlet first, and I am going to add the colour to its breast here. There's a storm looming and it's gotten so dark. So I hope we'll get through this before the light completely goes. I think that's such a pretty colour, that quinacridone burnt scarlet. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to go and do the leaves underneath. For those, I'm going to mix some rich green gold. And some of this cobalt. And let's do that. Okay. So basically what I'm doing, I'm adding some of the mix in areas, and then I'm just going to drop in some rich green gold to mix on the leaf. There's various ways of mixing watercolour. This is one of them, mixing straight on the paper. I like the effect of the different hues in the leaf, so it doesn't look flat. I think I'm going to take a little bit more of this cobalt. And add it to the stem, as well as add it in between the leaves. Again, I should be doing this with my Tintoretto brush, but I didn't bring it with me to the table, so I'm going to do it with this Da Vinci brush. It's not the same effect, but it'll be good enough. The Tintoretto is really nice because it holds so much colour, but the tip is so fine, so you can get some really lovely fine lines. This is a little bit more trickier to do. Okay, let's go back to our birdie. Take some more of this and add it where the shadows are. Wash our brush and then dab it a little bit so it dries out so that we can blend there. It's nice. Go back to the grasses. I'm going to take just some of this green gold and add it in between. Oh boy, I should have had my Tintoretto because these lines are not very fine. Please forgive me. We'll make a note of it next time that I need to bring my Tintoretto to the table. Could get up and get it, but I'm not going to stop the video again. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? I think I want to do these leaves here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this red, this scarlet, and I'm going to add a little bit of this rich green gold to it. I'll do those little leaves there with that. Okay. So tiny. So I'm going to add a bit more this red to areas. It's tricky because the leaves are so tiny, but that'll do. That will do. Okay, so I'm going to take now some of this reddish sepia. I cannot get my head round it. I must like write it somewhere down in front of me so that I can remember. And okay, and back here I'm going to do the beak because I'm going to need a little bit, tiny bit there, and I want to leave a little bit of a highlight, a tiny highlight there. I'm going to take some of this cobalt now. Drop it in there. Okay. I think that's okay. What shall we do for the tail? I think I'm going to do red and then at the tip of the tail blue. A little bit of blue That's cute. We'll take some of this sepia and add a little bit more to here, to the beak. I don't know what colour I should do that. That should probably be, again, rich green gold with some darker bits in it. So I'm going to do that. Take a little bit of this, a little bit more of that, and do a little bit of blending and removing a little bit colour so that there is like a deeper shadow on this side. Okay, I'm going to need some more burnt scarlet. I know I have some on there, but I want it to be a little bit more opaque. Because I want to do a few of my dots, my birdie. I just love doing dots. It's my thing. Okay. Take a little bit more of this quinacridone burnt scarlet and just add a little bit on the leaves underneath. I'm going to give my little birdie a little pinkish cheek here. And make a few more lines here for sepia. And a little final touch. Just going to add some flowers or berries or whatever, just there. Okay, so I think that is our birdie, and I think this is a good place to end the video. I want to thank you all for an incredibly supportive 2024, and I'm so excited for us to be going into this year together. This is going to be a long video, so I'm going to skip the awkward bit, but I will tell you my little bit about hope, which is do not let go of it. Let's all go in together in 2025, holding on to hope together. This is going to be a good year. Let's hope for that. Let's hope for a good, peaceful, joyful, healthy year together. Stay safe, stay creative, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye.